What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have Mega Pokemon, and they are back in the Pokemon TCG. If you guys didn't play way back in the day, Mega Pokemon used to exist in the capacity that they were two prize big beat sticks that evolved from their EX counterparts. So, like Mega Audino would come from Mega regular Audino EX, and you had to evolve them through a Spirit Link. Now, Spirit Links would not end your turn if you had Spirit Links attached to your Pokemon. Otherwise, it would end your turn if you Mega Evolved. So it would be a full powerful effect. Now, cards like Primal Kyogre, Mega Rayquaza, most notably. These are some of the most broken cards of their era. They actually did quite a bit of damage, but Mega Pokemon weren't like the most OP cards back then. Mega Pokemon are coming back in the Pokemon TCG because of Legend ZA, a game taking place in Lumio City, which is Gen 6, where Mega Pokemon were first found. That's the mechanic that came with that game. And so we are coming back to Mega Pokemon in this aspect. The first two Mega Pokemon that were revealed, I'm going to go through them and I'm going to talk about why they are a little bit interesting and why I'm a little bit hesitant to see where this goes. First things first, if you look at the card, Mega Lucario, bam bam, looks pretty cool, right? Important things to note here with Mega Lucario before we jump into even the attacks and whatever. It's a stage 1. It evolves from Riolu. So it does not look like it evolves from like a Lucario EX counterpart. Instead evolves from a Riolu. So you have to actually evolve it up through its basic form, as opposed to something else. So it's probably going to be easier to take off the board before these Mega Pokemon can be established compared to the EX forms previously. But the trade-off is that you're not getting 2 prize cards anymore. You're only getting 1. The second thing I want to point out is that does say that these Pokemon give up 3 prize cards when taken. And if you guys remember playing in the 3 prize card era, there was tag teams and then there was VMAX Pokemon, both which were something for the game. I'll talk about why I think tag teams are bad. I think tag teams were pretty bad for the game because they gave up not only 3 prizes, but the GX attack specifically on those cards was way too powerful. Like, that's the kind of thing that put them over the edge. ADP's GX attack, for example, Pikaram's attack, Reshiram's, like all those attacks really put them over the edge. The only one that wasn't like that was Mewtwo, but that's because Mewtwo was the only card that was able to, or Mew3, I guess, was the only thing that was able to abuse all the random other EX and tag teams that existed in the game. A pretty vanilla card that abused the fact that Fire Energy was absolutely broken. But yeah, 3 prizes I'm pretty hesitant to see. Tag teams weren't so bad, honestly. Mew was just a little bit of a problem because it had the whole engine behind it. But besides that, I think tag teams in general probably fine because they got weakness checked pretty hard. And I think that's actually what's going to happen here with these EXs as well, these tag teams, or these Megas, sorry. You can see here that Mega Lucario is 240 HP, a pretty big beater, and the first attack, Aura Jab, does accelerate 3 basic fighting for 130, so not a substantial amount of damage, but then Mega Brave here does 270, which is pretty much enough to one-shot most of the V-Star, not V-Star, most Pokemon right now, like that are powerful. There's another card that got revealed that I'll show you guys in a sec that makes it a little bit better, but it is weak to Psychic. So there are Psychic cards that are good in the format. There are Psychic cards that can full check it. Namely, Lily's Clefairy is in the format. I don't know how they're going to continue to weakness check these cards because if you don't weakness check them, I think they're going to go ahead and become super powerful. The thing I'm hesitant is that there are basic Mega Pokemon like Mega Pinsir, stuff like that. Mega Heracross, I think, is one. Mega Sableye, another. Like, those Pokemon I think are going to make a reappearance, and at that point it becomes scary to see what those basic Pokemon are going to be doing, because the basic Pokemon of this mechanic will always ruin what the mechanic is. Now, not too bad of a card. I think it's pretty mediocre, like all things considered. And then we have the Gardevoir. Pokemon loves their Gardevoir. Mega Gardevoir Stage 2 evolves from Curly, so it is a Stage 2. It will take some effort to put onto the board. Rare Candyable, obviously, 360 HP, a big tank. Overflowing Wish for Psychic. For each your bench, search your deck for a basic Psychic attached to that Pokemon. Doesn't seem particularly good. And then Mega Symphonia has 50 times the number of energy Psychic attached to all your Pokemon. So you're just like a Raging Bolt dupe, basically. Like, this card doesn't even seem that good, doesn't even seem like it'll see play. Like, maybe you play one of this in your regular Gardevoir deck just to have a late game finisher, but this card is never seeing play in the capacity of like main attacker, for example. It becomes like a secret, aha, I have a trump card here in the deck. Now, sorry. Dark Weakness is also pretty easily checked because Charizard is currently in the format, and these 2 cards will be running parallel for a little bit, so Charizard puts this in check as well. I think some of the basic Terra Pokemon, the basic EXs or whatever, are going to put it in check. Then we have Power Protein, which says your fighting type Pokemons do 30 more damage to your opponent's active before applying weakness and resistance. Seems pretty interesting. Don't think it actually does too much Besides, like, I mean, Lucario gets a little buff. Some of the existing fighting types maybe get a little buff. And then we get Mega Brave and Symphonia in August for Japan, which means we'll probably get it in our November set. I want to say, like, all things considered, given how things are flowing, our November set will more than likely have these individual new cards. So pretty not excited for Mega Pokemon. I think the fact that 3 prizes are coming back is a little bit daunting for me specifically. We'll see how it translates in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. I definitely had a little crash out on Twitter. It's a very valid crash out, guys. I played during tag teams, right? Tag teams almost caused me to quit the game. Thank God COVID happened, because if not, I probably would have walked away from the game for a little bit, and you guys would have missed out on this wonderful content. But I'm having the most fun of my life. Anyway, like, subscribe, peace out, bye.